high atop the Silver City Ballroom in downtown Meriden. It's Joey Clifton
and Meatball
and a special guest in the studio.
Who is it?
Sue Nimzik.
Oh boy, I could see the comments already.
So can I. Meriden Talks are going to be busy all night tomorrow.
They're going to be sending you much love.
Well, Susan now understands why we say high atop the Silver City Ballroom.
Right?
Yes, I do.
Because it's a lot of steps to get up here because our elevator doesn't work. And
yeah.
Once you get up here, you got to give it like a couple of minutes before you're...
it's like a Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Climbing to the hand.
So we're going to wing this one again. I don't like doing show prep lately because it's always the same thing. It's your usual gunshots. And,
right. And it cuts into our eating time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we had a really good dinner tonight at Casa de Roma in South Meriden. And it was so nice looking out the window at South Meriden. I was like, wow, look. It's actually nice here.
And it's Meriden.
I mean, there's a little bulletin board that tells you what's going on, and that needs a little bit of work. It's a good idea, but...
Yeah.
They just redid it.
No, the board looks nice, but what's on the board...
Oh, yeah, well...
It's kind of like people posting things about, like, missing dogs and stuff. Like, they needed a little bit of work with that.
Well, that's the whole point, was when it was the village of South Meriden, that was like the old-time news.
Yeah.
Like, when you wanted to say you were... I actually saw pictures where they had wedding announcements up there.
Yeah. Well, what happened to, I did just hear that the wine and cheese, the wine and beer festival, no more this year?
No, it's tomorrow night. From what I hear and from...
No, but like when they used to close down the street there.
Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow night because of the rain, yeah.
Oh, it is happening then?
Yes, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
All right, tomorrow night, just in case you're not listening now, would be Saturday, May... Come on.
18th.
Nobody's got the date.
18th.
All right. Saturday, May 18th.
1-8.
In South Meriden. They close off the street. They have all the beer, the wine, the cheese.
They have music.
Dancers.
They have raffle prizes. And
food.
Last year Kingman Brewery came.
Yep.
Kingsman. And I'm not really a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drinker or whatever.
But you were a little wobbly when you were walking back
home.
No,
I mean, I actually I liked it because it was less people, and he explained like what each one was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like wine until
Yeah, but now we put it on a podcast. There'll be a lot of people. There'll be crowds.
Well, let's hope.
I didn't like wine until I went to Napa and took a bunch of tours and learned about it. And by the time you're done and you're sloshed, now I love wine.
Where's Napa, in Wallingford somewhere?
No, Napa's not in Wallingford.
Upstate New York.
All right, so let's get to the sleeping elephant in the room. Gunshots again. Where was the most recent one, Meatball?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, they're all blending into each other.
Right.
No, there was just a recent one. Oh, Broad Street.
That was last week.
That was last week?
What's this week?
The City Tavern. No, that was last week,
We
too.
already talked about it.
Broad Street was last week.
No, but there was a new one. There was just one that just happened.
Was it or was it someone's imagination?
No, it's Smoke and Mirrors. We had South First Street. We had that one.
You're not going to keep track of all of them.
North Colony.
No. No, there was one.
Broad Street was by Gino's Pizza and CVS, but that was last week.
Okay.
I thought that was last week.
There was a whole bunch in the bunch of bullet holes in the house, and they found all the casings and everything else. That's not one of the houses that they're tearing down for the Dollar General.
No, those, I guess somebody said that they're already started tearing those down.
Well, we did see the signs that said ready for demolition.
I don't go that.
They roped them off.
I don't go that way down Broad Street, so.
Well, the other one is the Dunkin' Donuts over by Broad Street, by the Cumberland Farms.
Yeah, well, but the point of conversation
they knocked down the house and.
Well, the point of conversation is we cannot keep track of the shootings anymore.
Yeah.
They happen too often. I don't know. What's the city doing about it?
I don't know. I know what the mayor feels.
Thank you very much. I do not feel safe.
He's not safe at all.
Nobody is.
Which, by the way, he is coming on the broadcast. He is going to come here, so you got to send us your questions for the mayor, dirtylaundryct@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook at dirtylaundryct. We've got quite a bit of questions, some of which we're not going to ask him, and some that we definitely are.
Some of your people are crazy.
Yeah. What would you ask the mayor, Susan?
What would I ask the mayor? I would ask Kevin what he would like to see for the city in 2 years.
Lots of chocolate.
Besides that.
Yeah.
No, growth. Like what businesses, what area are we going to? What are we going to do?
Dave and Buster's.
What are we going to do with Research Parkway? Just
Yeah, but he
normal-
doesn't really have any pull with any of that, does he? He's not.
No, but he can.
Not officially.
He can,
Steer or
you
steer
know-
or get involved in.
You know who has the pull?
who?
Our new economic development director.
That was the best decision this city has made in 30 years.
I agree.
Is, Joe Fest, who also used to be a councilman years ago. He had an insurance company years ago.
His family has deep roots in this city. He's been here. I think his family's been here over 100 years. By the way, Joe Fest, if you're listening, congratulations.
We should get him on. I would love to.
That would be
to
an
talk
excellent
to
idea.
him.
Yeah.
Because everybody was opinionated about our last director, Juliet, which I think she did an excellent job. She helped me get my business and steer me in the right direction. A lot of people didn't like her for whatever reasons. I think.
Jealousy?
Well, no, I think my personal opinion why people didn't like her.
Jealousy?
I think when all of the developers came into downtown and built more affordable housing. I think a lot of people, you went to the POCD meeting with us for the 10-year plan where they want Meriden to go in the next 10 years and where it's come from the last 10 years. And I think that most everybody complained about the amount of affordable housing in Section 8 in downtown. Trying to get businesses down here, you're not going to do it the more developers keep coming in and bringing more affordable housing. So I that was one of the main concerns there. But people don't realize Juliet really had nothing to do with that. That wasn't part of the plan.
Right. I think people don't realize what the job really entails. The job of economic development.
What does it entail?
Well,
Meatball.
We're not in a communist country where the city can go and tell businesses what to do and how to run their buildings. Those are privately owned buildings.
Yeah.
And if the owners don't want to put anything, somewhere in the building, they don't put anything. The city can't force them to do it.
Well, and I think it seems like when a property sits vacant for so long, if somebody steps up to do something with it, the city pretty much lets them do it because it's been vacant for so long. And
Right.
Unfortunately, it seems like it's the Meriden Housing Authority that keeps stepping up and doing something.
Right.
So you get inundated with housing.
Yeah, but once again, the city cannot tell individual owners of what to do and how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, they can dictate the zoning.
A little bit.
Variances and approvals and
Yes.
denials.
Well, like the property across the street from the ballroom, a bunch of guys own that from Brooklyn.
Right.
They're just pretty much sitting on it until I don't know whether they're waiting for the market to go up or waiting for downtown to build or whatever. But
Right.
nobody's gonna rent it. It's falling apart.
But the city cannot go and be like, hey, we're going to put Chili's in this corner.
No, well, and they can't just take it either. People are like eminent domain. Let them take.
No.
You can't just
No.
take a building like that. Yeah, I guess if you needed to build a bridge through somewhere, I'm sure the city will take it.
That's costly, though.
Look at New London, the eminent domain case. It took
Yeah.
9-10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And they still kept filing appeals. I don't even think they finally got the last house down.
Right.
All right, so
robot.
I want to get a little controversial now.
Okay.
Because we have a woman in the studio.
Uh-huh.
Not Mary Ellen. She's not here. We have a woman in the studio. So what's your take on the whole abortion thing that's going on right now?
I think this country has lost their mind.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, it's up to a woman. It's a woman's choice. It's anybody's choice to do what they want in their life. Because, as I firmly believe, that person has to be able to look at themselves in the mirror. No one should be telling me or any woman or any man what they can and cannot do.
So if I understand you, you're saying we should have a referendum number 2?
Yes.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about the whole abortion thing. I mean, it seems like it's real deep-rooted Republican states.
Yeah.
I don't see Connecticut. Connecticut's more worried
No.
about the tolls.
Right.
And I don't, we'll go on to that later. But going back to the abortion thing, what I don't understand is, and I used to say it, and I will quote Robin Williams because he did a great, if you ever want to look at one of his comedy sketches.
Yeah.
He did one on pro-choice.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, where are all these pro-choice and pro-lifers when this child is born? Are they there buying shoes, clothes, and food and taking care of them?
Right.
No.
Yeah. Well, so we all agree then.
Yeah.
Well, that's not very controversial then. If we all agree on
It
something.
is, no, it's controversial because it's everybody's own decision. I think everybody has to be comfortable with a decision.
Yeah, but I don't understand women who are pro-life. Like, I just don't understand it. How can you... A woman knows more than we know, and if you're raped or something happens, how...
But see, they're not for that.
Best married in pro-life? With all these shootings?
With all the inbred in here.
Inbred? No, that's more West
that out.
West Virginia.
No, there's
weird.
inbreeding
No,
here.
there's no editing on this show, Susan.
No, I don't. Most women agree at this point in our history that we should be able to make a choice.
Yeah.
And if you're married or you're in a relationship, it should be, if it's both of you making that decision, it should be allowed. You know, why is the government standing there telling us what you could do? Because now they're okaying it. If you're married and your husband says yes, go ahead. Now I heard George is going to let that go as a fall through. Like, yes, you can.
Well, do you notice that all the women that are pro-life that I've seen, like, interviewed on TV, they're all women that nobody would ever rape. I mean, really, nobody would ever rape these women. They're not like, you know, you don't see, like, supermodels out there that are pro-life.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe it's a call for something. I don't know.
I think it's just my personal opinion, it's a last-ditch effort by the R's in the country.
Yeah. Well, that's what everybody else was like. Okay, so Joe Fest, our new economic developer, he's a Republican, lifelong Republican, I believe. Everybody's like, there you go. We got one of our guys in there. Does economic development director, does it really matter what political party you're from? I mean, you're not voted in. You're hired. Your job has nothing to do really with politics.
But he's more likely to side with the underdog in the council.
Yeah, but he doesn't get a vote on the council. So what does his political party have to do with anything?
All right, well, Susan will explain.
No. Okay. First of all, and Joe Fest, we go back. Joe Fest, when he was on the city council, was the most fair person. He did not side with just the Republicans just because he was a Republican. He did not side with the Democrats. He sided and did decisions on what's best for the city.
Right, and rightfully so, because he's a lifelong resident.
And it didn't matter if it was a Democrat idea and he thought it was good, he was going to stand there and back it.
Right.
That's why he is... I am like, I can't believe they finally did something in 30 years right. You know, I mean, that's a good decision because he is a lifelong resident. He has ties here. He has family and life invested in here. He doesn't want to see the city fail.
The problem now is it too late?
I don't think so.
It's never too late.
Well, you've got all of the developing that's going on. You've got all of those commitments already. The layout, I would say, the structural layout of downtown is kind of all set with what's going on. It's not like there's empty lots really anywhere that you could build more. You'd have to knock down to build. So that being said, you've got all your housing already in place. So they knocked the mills down and they just basically replaced it and spread it around the park.
Right.
When I say is it too late, like where does the city go now from here? I mean, everybody wants to see businesses downtown, you know, but you've got all your affordable housing, so that cuts out a lot of types of businesses. Everybody's complaining about the Dollar General that they're building across the CBS, which if you look at, you know, people were complaining because the houses were so beautiful. I'm sorry. Most of those houses in that area are kind of, you look at their porches, they're all like falling down. And all right, maybe these two particular houses were nice, but it's not like they were historic structures or anything.
It doesn't matter if they were beautiful or ugly. We need to move forward.
Well, not only that, if you own that house and Dollar General comes in and wants to buy that house from you,
giving you triple dollar.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to say? Oh, no, you know, my house is too beautiful for Dollar General.
Nobody's going to say that in Meriden.
That entire neighborhood is starting to... They're basically just taking Wallingford and bringing it up Route 5, which is great.
Thank God.
I mean, I like it. That CBS looks 10 times better than what was there before.
Oh, God, yeah.
But there was a historic building there before.
Oh, yeah, it was historic.
Years ago.
It was a landmark.
Yeah.
It actually was years ago.
I mean, even the Dunkin' Donuts. Do we really need another Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes,
No.
we do.
But it's better than the house that was on that property. It's just adding more and more and more, which I think is great.
I'll take Dunkin' Donuts after Dunkin' Donuts after Dunkin' Donuts and a parts store and a Dunkin' Donuts. If they're paying taxes, it's on them to do
That's
do
a
market
lot of
research.
Dunkin' Donuts you just said.
Whatever.
He likes his
They're
Dunkin'
paying
Donuts.
taxes.
One thing at the PLCD meeting, I can't remember. I think it was Curry that said it. I'm not sure.
What did he say?
Who talked about where the old over by Target.
Uh-huh.
What was the Come on,
the power
no.
station thing they were
The
trying-
right by the exit next to Target, the insane
the,
asylum, the
Undercliff.
Undercliff. I think it was him that talked about how we should be developing the Undercliff property.
That's not city owned.
That's state.
That's state owned. It was in the city, and the city had rights, like minuscule rights to it. I'm sure if a developer went up to the state and said, "Hey, we'll give you this amount of money," I'm sure the state will sell it. I said yesterday, I don't know if anybody saw it on my post, that the lot next to Target,
Right.
which was where years ago the
Restaurant was.
well, it was Let Us Please You, but it was also country ice
Wait,
cream.
let us please you.
That was the name of a restaurant. Yes.
That could be the name of so many different
No,
things. That
it-
would
it
be
was a
that would be a great strip club name.
Or
Those
have-
some
Let us
Italian
please
name.
you.
No, it was actually the Countryside Dairy, and it was actually there was a farm there, and they had the cows, and they made the ice cream and everything else.
You're
and
saying like if you're on
if you're at the light coming out,
if
of
you're
the
looking
mall,
at the front
yeah,
of Target, it's to the right.
that lot is for sale,
Right,
And
right.
I'm like, why not? Why not put like a Red Robin or a Chili's or something?
Oh, we know
there?
somebody who could work at Red Robin.
Yum.
But I'm saying that lot has never
Yeah.
been for sale. That family has held on to that lot,
Right.
would not sell it because at one time Barnes and Noble and Starbucks wanted to go in there, and the family was like, "No."
Yeah. Well,
Now it's up for sale.
again. You
Right.
can't force a family to.
No,
well,
no,
now
you-
they want it though.
You couldn't.
Well-
and I made that suggestion yesterday, and of course people were,
Yeah, well,
Oh, are you crazy?
I think when Curry was talking, I'm pretty sure it was Curry that was talking about it. He used Southington as an example, or Bristol, on 84 exit 31, where the Target is in Bristol, right off of
Well,
West
that's
Street
Southington.
exit.
That's Southington.
Is it Southington?
Yes.
Yep.
before ESPN.
I mean, it
Right.
used to be just the 3 office buildings that were the Hartford that was there.
Right.
And then the developers came in and they put the Target there. They put I think there's a Marshalls. Is there a Marshalls or Home Goods?
Home Goods, yeah.
Home Goods is there. Is there a Lowe's there, I think?
Yes.
There's,
Yes.
I mean,
They've just
it's
opened 3
built up
and
because
by the
it's
way-
right off of the exit. And
they-
that's what we could do here.
And
By
to
the-
kickstart other development in that
By
area
the
as
way,
well.
Red Robin was supposed to go there too.
Yum.
Robin.
No, that was in the
Yeah.
paper. I'm not making a dirty dig at anything. They just opened up 3 new restaurants, 3 new businesses there.
In Meriden somewhere?
No, in that same area where you're
Oh, yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's what his whole point was. The Undercliff property. That's an
And I'm not
ideal
saying
spot.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm
Right.
just saying I
Easy
know
off and on off the highway. It's right there. But we were been looking at. We always go to the Olympus Diner on Fridays for our chowder.
Don't
They
tell
have-
people.
they
No,
have,
no, we don't go there.
Well, they have the most unbelievable New England clam chowder. It's different every week because they're making it. Anyway, when you look across the street where the Gulf Station used to be,
Yeah.
you know,
That
that
was-
property there, that was Curry's property. Actually, I think it still is.
No, Danby and Curry, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Kevin and Kevin.
all the trucks are there, like the U-Haul trucks and stuff.
Rider trucks.
But there's
Ugly
a lot
duckling.
of property all back there, and I'm surprised that that's not built up, being right off the exit, right off of 91.
There was a lot of, and I'm not expert on this, but I remember there was a lot of zoning issues with East Main Street.
Of course.
So, and I think when we were at that meeting, at that POCD meeting, and I don't know who brought it up, but I think it was brought up that to start developing the east side and the west side, and then attract the people, and then fill in
Right.
downtown.
Well, if you look at the amount of, I don't know what you want to call them. You want to call them corporations, like a Starbucks, a Target, a Marshalls, these big box stores and big corporations and chains. We have a lot of them in Meriden. You don't think about it, but the entire plaza where Jersey Mike's is and Burlington Coat Factory and all of that, we have a Starbucks in Meriden. A lot of people don't realize that because they tend to think that that's Wallingford.
No,
But
Wallingford
Meriden
doesn't
does.
start till Monticello.
Yeah, Meriden does have a lot of those chain restaurants. It's just that they're not downtown. So is that a bad thing?
No.
No, but I think you need to build, and this is just my opinion.
If you build it, they will come.
No, that was Randy Kemberbeck. Sorry, and that didn't really work too well. That my opinion is, you got the west side of town. That was when I grew up. The west side was the side of town to be
The
on.
west side was the best side.
Yes, east side had nothing. It was all farmland.
Yeah.
Jacoby sat up on the end of East Main Street
Right.
like in no man's land. There was nothing next to it. There was a gas station.
And
that was there.
Tiano's is doing unbelievable from what I've
There
heard.
was the Sun Valley Inn. That
The
was
spot.
well.
Yeah.
That was but that
no, the
was-
whole east side is building up really
Yes,
nice.
and
Really
you know
nice.
what? And that's what will bring families and other businesses in, because when they see a business succeed,
Right.
they're like, well, there's money there. What really hurts Meriden too is a lot of these social media.
Naysayers.
Oh,
Yes.
you are the queen of Facebook.
Queen
Yeah.
of social media.
Susan is the queen of
Ew,
Facebook.
I work.
You work hard to tease people.
That's the cat doing it.
Yeah.
No, because if I were going to, and that's why some of the groups are closed, and I like that they're closed.
Right.
If I was going to open up a business in a town, I am going to, if not me, I'm
Choose
going to
Southern
hire. No, I'm going to hire somebody that's going to do research
Oh,
on
of course.
the amount, the citizens, how many people
Right.
live there.
Right.
Market research.
And I'm also going to start doing social media. And when
Yeah.
I start seeing all these posts about
Right.
Meriden sucks and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing in Meriden to do, and oh my God, I went to dinner and it cost me $7.
Yeah.
I'm not opening a business because I'm thinking, That's why two of the businesses that had looked in Meriden went to Wallingford.
Well, and I also think I think you're only going to get small mom and pop businesses in downtown because you've got your chains and your bigger things all on the surrounding towns and the south side of Meriden. You've got all of that, so it only leaves the small mom and pop and the city. Hopefully, the new economic development director, the city needs to be more open and more welcoming, tax-wise and incentive-wise, for these small businesses to move in, or else they have no incentive to move in. Why would they?
Or we need also the people that complain that there's no businesses downtown, but they're the same ones that, excuse my language, bitch.
Uh-oh.
Fuck it.
That poor woman on the East Main Street that had that muffin shop, she had the best muffins and brownies and cookies, and she would
I
make
didn't know
them-
you went that way.
Yeah, over there.
Best muffins.
And ha ha ha. And everybody went in there, and on Facebook they all bitched. Oh my God! I went there. The muffin was $1.49.
Yeah.
For another 50 cents, I could buy 3 of them at Stop and Shop.
Well, Tina at the coffee shop, she had to lower her prices. She's having a tough time because, people think she's too expensive. Please, come on.
Well, it also.
But nobody's asking the important question. Is the chicken shop opening downtown?
The gas station chicken is going to be opening. Well, it's
Where?
Crispy Crunchy Chicken in Meriden Commons over by the Green, right on the corner
Where
of
does
State
crispy
and
crunchy
Mill.
chicken come from?
Crispy Crunchy Chicken
From a
is
farm, I think.
it's a fried.
No, but I mean, where's the chain come from? I've never heard.
It's a fried chicken chain that is found mostly in gas stations.
Chain.
So, like, if you go to Irving, I believe that is Crispy Crunchy Chicken. At Irving, if you've ever gone to Irving on Broad Street across from the Cumberland Farms, they've got unbelievable fried chicken in the gas station. And I believe that's Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Well, there's going to be a deli that opens up at Meriden Commons 1. I think somebody just had a tour of it, so it actually is happening.
Yeah.
And it's going to be I think it's New York Deli. I'm not sure.
There was a
And
New
they're
York
gonna-
deli on East Main
They're
Street.
going to carry Crispy Crunchy Chicken in there, which that's a great idea, especially right next to the park.
Finally, the city's coming up.
Yep.
I'm going to play devil advocate.
Okay.
You're living in that apartment building. Do you want to smell fried chicken all
Hell
day and
yeah.
all night?
Oh, there ain't nothing like fried chicken.
yeah, but
smell.
you don't. You want it in your apartment?
Oh,
Yep.
You know what? Even
I'm
better.
asking you to.
Add bacon. Add bacon to it. Bacon and fried chicken. I'll
Yep.
smell that all day long.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I mean, that's a brand new building. I'm sure that it's vented properly for them to.
I bet they're going to vent it
something.
towards the park so they get a lot of customers.
But you know what's still empty? Brand new 24 Colony Street. Well, it's not brand new anymore. We're going on
How
3
many-
years now.
Is it 3 years? Yeah.
3 years.
You can call it new.
Oh, but that was always the housing authority's plan, was to leave it vacant.
Well, Juliet dropped the ball on it supposedly, so maybe now we're going to see some tenants there.
I doubt it.
Well, also, what was it? Is it Taco Me
was a
Nachos?
joke.
Oh, no. Well,
Who opened up?
Mr. Taco, the
opened
food
up
truck,
theirs,
opened
yes.
up on Pratt Street, and we
Yeah.
went in there last week. Just as good as the food truck. Tacos Me Nachos is supposedly
Yeah, they're expanding on Broad
right
Street.
buying that house next door and knocking it down
But
and
did
building
That
a plaza.
historic house?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, another historic house.
Start trouble over there.
Yeah.
But now I got a question. All these people
Answer is D.
that say I only support Meriden businesses.
Right.
Well, nobody
Okay.
says that.
Oh no, there's somebody that
Well,
said
they
it.
say
They're
it,
said
but-
they're on tonight on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they post pictures of Meriden food.
Yeah. But the thing is, are they going there?
To buy drugs, maybe.
No, I don't know.
I don't.
Oh, speaking of drugs, sorry, Susan. The spoon, you know the big opioid spoon?
Yep.
It's coming to Wallingford.
Yeah, but it's not coming to Meriden.
No, and well, maybe Meriden doesn't have an opioid problem.
No, I think as soon as they would set up the spoon, it would get stolen and scrapped.
You know what I'm talking about? You know that big,
I've seen
the
it, yeah.
big
Is it in-
opioid
is it
spoon.
from New
it's
Haven?
it's an art sculpture. No, I think he's. I can't remember where the guy's from, but I think it was in the city. It's kind of
Yeah.
going on its own tour.
Meriden has its own spoons.
Yeah, Meriden, and those little roses that you buy in the bodegas.
Yep, glass
They
roses.
use that for something too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings me, wow, we just do a whole full circle back to gunshots. They, well, we went from drugs to gunshots. They arrested somebody.
Yes, in
Finally.
New York City.
Ooh.
Anybody know the story on it?
No.
I didn't read it. I just read the title.
No,
I was like, oh, they arrested someone.
Actually, that was the person they were looking for, from what the article said.
So everybody keeps complaining about the Record Journal, right? Everybody
Please.
bitches and complains
That's
that the
'cause
Record
you know
Journal.
What, the Record Journal wrong. All the,
Yeah.
By the way, no, you're not.
No, but
Sometimes, but
they
not.
complain because the people that are complaining
Always
seem
complain.
to always complain that the
About
Record
something.
Journal
No.
doesn't give all the stories and doesn't report on all the things. And people don't realize, like, first of all, if there's a shooting, okay, and they know exactly who it is, but the police don't report it. They don't say it. They don't
Right.
let anybody know. Part of that reason is because they want to catch the guy.
It's under investigation.
Right.
If they go out there and tell the newspaper, okay, we're looking for so-and-so, what do you think so-and-so is going to do?
They're going to take
They're
off,
gonna
or
take
you have a
off.
chance of having a vigilante group going and what happens if they have the wrong name?
Right.
Right.
So there's reasons why, and everybody, for some reason, gets mad at the newspaper. The newspaper is only there to report on facts. That's it.
And
They
then-
don't even add their opinion to certain things. I mean, to most things, unless you
No.
read the editorial.
Right.
And even the editorial is kind of like, you know, they're not adding a lot of their personal feelings into it. They're just reporting the news, and everybody reads it. But then you got all these people bitching and complaining about the newspaper for some strange reason. I don't
We
understand
have a
it.
reading comprehension problem.
Yeah.
People just read the titles. But
Yeah,
recently...
or they don't understand some of the big
Well,
English.
all right. Perfect example. I went to the last city council meeting, the budget meeting. Actually, not the last one, the one before. Right? All of the people that reported on it on Facebook the next day, I didn't see any of those people in the meeting. But yet they reported on it, you know, on Facebook.
Right.
It's okay. You can laugh. It is funny. They reported on it, and they said things that were not said. So
Right.
they talked about the police chief, Cossette, and saying how he went up there and said how he needed the extra money that he wanted to add in the budget. I was sitting right behind him.
Right.
He never once said that. They basically asked him, hey, listen, if you don't get this money, is it going to hurt the way the police do their job? And he basically said, you know what? If I don't get the added money that I want in the budget, everything's going to remain the same. I'm not going to, you know, the police isn't going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're
Yeah,
not going to,
exactly.
it's not going to diminish the quality of our police force, or it's not going to endanger people if I don't get this money. If I get it, it would be great, and this is what I want to use it for. But if I don't get it, it's fine. But yet everybody who reported on that meeting said that he said things that he never said. So
But
when
were
people
these-
read the titles of the articles and
Oh,
they don't
yes.
read the stories,
Nope.
then you got people reporting on council meetings that weren't even at the meetings.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
So
Were
you
any
gotta-
of these-
you gotta
were these
educate
people
yourself.
there? Were these people there?
No, none
And
of them were.
we need to start. I'm sorry, calling these people out, because I have done that. Like the person that keeps posting the thing about the vote for the tolls.
This is why
It's
Susan
an
gets in trouble.
It's an environmental poll. Yeah,
Right.
No, I get
no, but
because I'm honest.
Susan gets in trouble because she calls people out on Facebook and they don't answer her question. And then Susan kind of goes a little overboard and she asks the question again like maybe 20 or 30
Well,
times.
because they answer me.
Haters gonna hate.
No, but
It's
it is
not
true.
hating. It's, you know what? If you state something.
It's stop
Right.
the bullshit.
If you state something
Uh-huh.
and someone asks you,
Yep.
either have the facts to back it up or say, you know what? I misread the article.
You're not gonna teach anyone on Facebook anything.
No, because they're
Figures never lie.
Yeah.
The only time the figures lie are when liars are doing the figures.
Yeah.
You get it? You
I get
the
it.
point?
Yes,
We get it.
Susan gets it.
No, and I was, you know what? And I was normally not like I'm normally, sometimes I can be, but it was the person's answers back, and I knew she did not. I knew she just, first of all, she hadn't even read the article. She was being fed that information to post. Because the person that really wanted to post, they know I would have taken it down.
Yeah, but how many times? I'll ask you this personally. How many times do you go to
our train out of town?
Or take it out of town.
There it is.
We're going into Haven.
How
Sorry,
many,
guys.
How many times do you start to write a response to something?
Oh, when I take it down.
And you just erase it. And what's the reason for that? Because you know that the person you're responding to just isn't going to get it.
It's a wall.
So why bother?
You know what? I learned. I had a great manager and boss at one time, and she used to always say, if you want to write an email because someone pissed you off, write it.
Sit on it.
Don't send it.
Yeah.
Go outside, have a cigarette, come back, look at it again in an hour, and then just because you get it out.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I do. You know what? I give up because it's just like...
You give up?
Yes.
Really?
Because people are not going to get it,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
not like today. No, I did not give up because you know what? The person kept being persistent and kept trying to turn the tables on me, saying you don't understand. And I went, honey, I was at all those budget meetings. I understand.
But at some point, doesn't it just evolve into like high school bullshit?
Yes.
I mean, it really does turn.
Yes.
And the majority of the
That's
people.
the definition of MT. High school bullshit.
And the majority of the people
No,
on
it was not
Meriden.
my group.
The majority of
And
the
as an
people
admin, I'm bad.
on Meriden Talks are Republicans.
Yeah.
The majority of the
No.
people that post
Yeah.
on there all the time and start all the stuff, whatever.
Right.
And they just keep saying, "Oh, you got to vote in these new people. You got to vote in the Republicans." Well, it's not going to matter, Republican or Democrat. It's special interest. Special interest wins over party any day. And
Every
in a
day.
small town like this, and this is a small city. Most people know each other. In a small city like this, it's always going to be special interest that wins.
Well,
So it doesn't matter what party you're going to be
To
in.
quote one of our other mayors, Joe Martin, as he used to say, as big of a town as Meriden is, it's still a small town.
Yes.
Meaning
Like I
everybody
said.
knew.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
No, but everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And first of all, them saying, oh, vote these people out, well, come up with candidates or a plan
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
that can do something.
My favorite thing is, we need this business in downtown. Why don't we get this business here? Okay, go ahead, do it.
Supply and demand.
Do it. They were talking about doing a Dave and Buster's in the old Lowe's. Do you know how big that Lowe's is and how small a Dave and Buster's is?
It's a great idea.
but do
Whoever
you know-
had that idea should open one.
Yeah,
I'll
but-
go there.
Do you know how much smaller
I'll
a
beat
Dave
you at
and
skee-ball.
a Dave and Buster's does not take up the size of a big box store? I mean, are you kidding me?
And people don't get that either
No.
about Lowe's is they're paying rent on
Right.
that building. And
Yeah.
if I was a landlord
Right.
and someone's paying me rent every month,
Yeah.
I am not taking a chance on you coming
No.
in and maybe lasting 6 months and then I'm out of luck.
Right.
Right.
As long as Lowe's keeps paying its bills.
I don't know how many.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's another year, 2 years, or what. I think it's at least 2. But they're in no hurry. And I wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
But I have a serious question. Back to the shootings. Why is Sean McDonald's MT moderator talking crap about the NI officers? Are they like second-rate police officers, or they don't patrol?
Well,
the
no,
streets?
we
Or
were
what's
we
going
were
on with
having
that?
this issue. So me and Meatball were talking about this the other day, and everybody's complaint Grove Street has turned really bad recently, and lots of shootings and stuff. And they've got one of their NI officers is for Grove Street,
Right.
And every time I drove down Grove Street, that NI officer is sitting there in his car. So people are saying right away, "Oh, well, we added the NI officers back, and a lot of good they're doing." Because we're still having shootings and stuff like that. And like Meatball was saying, an NI officer isn't going to stop a shooting.
That's Superman.
It may prevent some. People may think twice, but stupid doesn't think.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're stupid and you're a criminal, you're not going to think, and you don't care that there's a cop sitting out there. But maybe other people may think
Right.
twice.
But you don't know how many shootings did
were
not
prevented,
happen
yeah.
because the presence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And I officers
People
are,
that didn't lock their cars after months and months
Right.
and months of it being everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happened to me.
Well, I'm just saying.
Are you calling me stupid?
No.
She's pointing the fingers at him.
I did not call
No.
anybody stupid.
No, you know what? I was stupid, though.
But
It
people
was stupid
kept
of me.
doing it, and then they got mad because the police department was the car locked.
They can't
No.
do anything about
First of
No.
all, I gotta tell you right now, I was with a friend years ago, and her car got stolen out in a bar parking lot.
it. Her Kia's missing?
No, her car. Out, we were in a bar, and from the parking lot, we came out, and we were all like,
Time to call Uber.
we didn't have Uber back then.
Yeah.
We had Fred Flintstone cars back
Oh.
then. But it was the weirdest thing.
That explains our
because-
feet.
Because we honestly walked through that parking lot,
Uh-huh.
walked back down the street, walked around the corner, and we were like, And we called the Haven Police Department. They came out. They were very nice. They
And a
were
horse
like,
and buggy.
Yeah, with the lantern.
Yep.
And the first question the officer asked all of us was, were the doors locked and all the windows up?
Yeah.
And that was going back 25 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. No. And the thing that really kills it now is just the laws for underage. You know, if you're under 18 and you commit a crime, you're basically just getting a slap on the hand and you're gone.
Right.
You know, and you're free. And they know that. That's how come they don't care about being on the cameras. Everybody's got a camera now at their house.
But once again, why
don't
are
care.
the NI officers getting such a bad rap? Is it something wrong with that, or I just don't get it?
It's politics, is what it is. That's the only reason. You okay there?
Yeah.
You all right? You sure?
Yes.
Can I get you some
No, I'm good.
vodka,
Nah, shot
Something?
later. Tequila.
tequila? Okay.
Tequila.
When I drink tequila.
Did you have a tequila thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
No, I like the one from, what was it, Pee Wee Herman.
Oh
Pee Wee
yeah.
Herman tequila?
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman drinks tequila?
You should start that. That would be a great company. Any breweries out there or that want to do a distillery, Pee Wee Herman tequila.
Don't you remember when he did the song with the...
No.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm only 23 years old.
Tequila. Yeah, you're only 23. Okay. All right. So what's coming up? We got a whole bunch of things coming up.
Yeah, but we didn't resolve the NI officers. But
Yeah, address it.
Well, I don't think... I think you need to... The people that are against the NI should come out and say why they are.
But it's still an officer patrolling the
That was
street.
my issue today.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I mean, there's proof that they do stop crime in some areas,
They
but
are
you
re-
have to have the people cooperate.
but they're a regular police officer. They're on the
Yeah.
streets. So it
Yes.
doesn't matter if you call them NI, FBI, CIA, or whatever acronym.
Well-
they're still out there on the streets.
It's just a police officer who's stationed in a neighborhood. That's
Yes.
all it is.
That's
That's
fine.
that's
Yeah,
a neighborhood
exactly.
initiative, and I guess our
used to be-
neighborhood association leader there, you know, I guess she dictates what. I don't know whether she has a say in anything, but
Holly?
well, she certainly says a lot. But she's always cheerleading
Not at the
for
meetings,
the.
though.
No, she doesn't speak at the meetings. But no, she did speak at the last council meeting, the second to
yeah?
last council meeting. Yeah, and she's a cheerleader for the NI officers, which is great.
Of course.
She's working for the neighbors, and that's what they want to see. Oh, I'm sure she gets money from somewhere. You don't have to. It's okay. You could say it. No.
No, she gets pizza.
Well, yeah, we have pizza parties, right?
Yeah.
and
they have-
picnics.
I feel safe eating that pizza.
Now, South Meriden, is Holly in charge of the South Meriden neighborhood?
South Meriden at one point had 3.
Okay.
They merged them into one.
How come South Meriden gets the beer and wine festival and closes down the street,
Right.
but North Meriden gets to eat pizza at a conference room?
Right.
Why is that?
It's who's running the neighborhood associations. That Holly does the beer and wine to raise money, because there actually is, I think it's in 2 weeks, and it's open to everybody,
Right.
a neighborhood picnic, and everything's free.
Right.
The food, everything.
And safe, right? Free and safe.
It's in my backyard. It's at Vassa Park.
Oh.
Usually I come walking up through the woods, and they laugh because
Oh, she's like the hillbillies that come out behind O'Brien's in Wallingford.
No. Guide us.
Yes.
We went to eat at Guide
Oh
Us.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We were at Guida's last week.
oh god, those people are still there.
Oh no, they make unbelievable clam strips.
No,
Like, really
The
good
people
clams.
that live in the
Well, I don't know. These people came out from the woods and
there
came
used to
up
be a
and ordered
trailer,
food.
like a.
No, there's
I don't
trailer
think.
in
No,
the
there's no trailer, but people do come out of the woods, like literally come out of the woods. It was raining that day too. They came
Well,
out of the woods,
a
came
lot of
in,
them
and
live in tents out there. They're
In the woods?
Yes, it's sad. Wallingford had a big issue with it by the airport. You know where the stop sign is after the airport. That little section of park, and over where I think I don't know what the name of the park is.
Well, I think Meriden had
It's on Oak. When you after you go that first little street on your left, there's that softball field and the soccer field.
Yes.
They had them living in tents there.
well, we always wondered why.
Meriden had them, I think, in the north end by Beaver's Pond.
By Beaver Pond?
Yeah.
Yep.
I always wondered if that is the reason why, like down in New Haven on Long Wharf, where the food trucks are, there's no place to sit. They never put any picnic tables out. They never made. I mean, they're right on the water. You would think that they'd build a boardwalk or whatever. They made it really nice for the food trucks and for the cars to park there, but you still got to sit on the curb or you got to sit on your tailgate. And I was wondering if is that the reason why that they didn't want people like living there and sleeping there, that they didn't make it too comfortable, like with
Maybe,
park
or-
benches and stuff. Seemed like a lot of money to spend and no place to really sit and eat.
Right.
No, the green,
Well, the green.
And Wallingford's the same way. Wallingford has a beautiful downtown.
They do.
By the gazebo, by the train station.
I wouldn't say it's beautiful.
Compared to Meriden, it's beautiful.
No, I would say Southington's green is beautiful compared to Wallingford. I mean, Wallingford, it's a gazebo in the middle of all the roads.
Well, no. Yeah, but it
You're
goes
talking about downtown though, where the
Yeah.
the
Oh,
white
You have to get
streets, the
like
parking.
over by Archie Moore's.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
Right.
the whole downtown.
Yeah,
the whole,
that street, the street that Archie Moore's is on, and
North
the
Main.
Half Moon and stuff. That's a really beautiful street if you
Yeah.
drive north on
Yes.
that towards Meriden until you get to Meriden. Well, actually, it's still pretty even once you get into Meriden.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say
And it's funny because growing up, and I don't know, Wallingford had nothing. Wallingford had Route 5, and
Right.
there wasn't much more than like 5 or 6 things on Route 5.
Same as Cheshire.
Yeah, Cheshire had nothing growing up.
They still
Right.
don't.
You couldn't get people from Meriden to go to Cheshire because it was all farmland.
They
Right.
still don't. You saw the Waverly Inn closed in Cheshire.
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yep.
see that.
Well, and I didn't realize that the Stop and Shop actually owns that property. It's Stop and Shop's
No.
property.
No, that's
Stop
the
and Shop
Victorian
leases it.
house. Are you talking about the Vic House or the Waverly Inn? 'Cause
Well, the Waverly Inn closed.
Waverly Inn is way down by Richard Chevrolet.
I thought that was the
The Vic House is behind Stop,
Stop
and
and
Shop.
Shop. Well, the
but I
Wa-
think they were both owned by the both.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Well, they closed the Waverly Inn. I think they closed the other one too. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact Waverly
I think they
closed.
sold it. I think all signs point to sold.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But see, now that's another town that has reinvented itself.
Right, and
Over
they-
and over.
And they don't really have a downtown either.
No, they have
No.
that one little strip where those churches are.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
You can't really walk it.
No, you can't park there. I mean, they did the parking behind the buildings,
Right.
but they do. They do a lot of fantastic stuff, in that town. And they, even if you're not a resident, they don't.
Right.
They don't say, like they did, which I thought was neat this winter. They in their community pool they had the movie Frozen.
In a
And
pool?
they have a big movie theater.
Was it
screen.
in winter?
Yeah.
It was in
And-
the winter, so the
yes.
pool was frozen.
No, the pool's covered over. You
Yeah,
can
but
go
it was
swimming.
frozen.
No, you can go where they heat it, and people you were floating and watching.
Wait, you're
the
saying
movie.
they got a heated pool in Cheshire?
That wasn't in winter.
Yes, it was.
What
In the winter?
Look
Yes.
at all the things Meriden's
And
missing
Meriden
out
people
on.
can come?
And it's one price for residents, and I think it was like $1 or $2 more for non-residents.
All
They
right,
take
we're-
EBT?
We're missing out. Meriden's missing out. So I'm gonna propose a referendum to heat
Oh,
the.
Jesus.
We're gonna heat the splash pad so it could be all year round.
Right.
Right.
I'm just saying, but you know what? That's where they invested their money. I mean,
Yeah.
and they did it. I know a lot of people that went to that, and they thought it was the greatest thing. There was snow on the ground.
Uh-huh.
They were floating in the pool with the kids. They were selling popcorn, hot dogs, and they were
Stop.
watching the movie.
Stop. You
it's
getting,
so
no.
nice.
Splash pad opens soon, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, 2 weeks, isn't it? 3 weeks.
no.
Yeah.
Miss Kim.
I like my Meriden.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Who's paying for the water? Better not be my tax money.
All right. So all these things that are coming up. The Coconuts are playing at Zorba's May 17th. which is coming up very soon from 6 to 9. Don't forget to listen to our buddy Robbie DeRosa on WESU Thursday nights at 7 o'clock.
88.1.
Yeah, we're going to get him on here because he's got a lot of stories. One thing, he used to own Fisher's Fine Foods on Colony Street.
Yes.
And him and Darrow from Iliano's were going back and forth on Facebook talking about the cow carcass on the top floor of the building. So I'm going to put that over there, and we're going to ask Robbie all about that.
He also used to do the all the entertainment for the Daffodil Festival.
Yeah. So the 4th annual Paulie Ride is happening over at the Doghouse.
Sunday.
That's Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning. They're going to meet at the Doghouse. They're going to ride up to Billy Ray's in Winstead. They're going to give away that 2019 Honda Civic at 5 o'clock. That is Sunday. Then the Twilight Music Concert Series starts June 8th. With a whole bunch of stuff there. Splash Pad.
Opening up soon.
June 7th is the
June
Splash
7th,
Pad?
yes.
Come soak your feet.
Actually, we should do a collection for them.
How about bulky waste?
Tomorrow.
Everybody's asking about bulky waste.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Also, there's the dedication.
Oh, wait, Susan.
What?
You have theme song here. Hold on. Hold on.
Jesus. I got my own.
What's going on, Meriden?
Go ahead.
Okay, tomorrow we have the dedication in South Meriden of the Little League field to Glenn Agnew, who was a barber in South Meriden, who is definitely dearly missed because he never turned down anyone for any organization. Tomorrow night at the car wash on the east side, there's the cruise night.
Tomorrow night is Saturday
night, May 18th.
May 18th.
Tomorrow also at Animal Control, they're doing free food and they're doing their low-cost vaccine clinic.
Dog food and vaccines for animals.
So
Yes.
Meatball could get a vaccination
Yes.
for free?
We can bring them.
And eat some food.
He's
All
been
right.
foaming lately, so he needs it.
And there is the recovery block party tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Wallingford at the PNA Park. There is also the pizza and wine and beer tasting in South Meriden,
In
as
South
we have
Meriden,
said, at 6
Saturday,
o'clock,
May
18th,
18th.
on Camp Street and Main Street.
Okay.
The
They
corner
close
by
down the
Casa
street,
de Roma,
and
yes.
you could eat outside and drink
Yes.
outside.
Can
Yes.
Meriden people come?
It's open
It's
to
in
everybody.
Meriden.
It's in South Meriden.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, we let people in that day.
Nice.
Otherwise, we check IDs normally.
Okay.
At the door.
No, at Red Bridge and that by American Legion. And also tomorrow night, Castle Craig Playhouse is their last night of their show, The Tenor.
Oh, no.
Well, they're having other plays.
Yeah.
And if you've never gone, honestly, I
beautiful.
highly recommend it because
Go
I've
see it.
gone and we've had more fun there.
Yeah.
You know, you get a couple people.
It's cabaret style, right?
Yeah,
so you bring your own
you
food,
can
your
bring
own
your
drinks.
own alcohol, and I think it's $10 a ticket.
Right.
And it's great. I mean, it's a great fun
It's a
night.
fun night.
Yeah, and by the way, you can go there and you will not get attacked or mugged.
I heard it smells in there.
No.
No? Okay. No, it's just something I heard. I don't mean to be cruel. I love
No,
what they
I mean
do.
I've never noticed it.
Yeah.
And
No, I did. I heard it. I don't know. It could be the clientele. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
All right.
And you already mentioned the Paulie ride
Yeah.
at the Doghouse.
Yeah.
It's in honor of Paul Pombaco.
Yeah.
That was the owner of Quality Time.
Yeah.
And he was a great Meriden resident also that gave to everybody and gave to the city. And that's about it for this weekend.
That's it.
That's it. That's a lot.
Yeah, so if you got anything coming up and you want us to announce it, dirtylaundryct@gmail.com, and you could check us out on Facebook at Dirty Laundry CT. Well, this was fun.
Yes, it was.
Shout out to Casa for feeding us today.
And by the way, Bosch is the best. Thank
Bosch?
you, Bosch.
He's the owner.
Yes,
Bosch is the owner?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you, Bosch.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was good.
What time's the splash pad open?
After school, I
After
think.
school.
After school tomorrow?
No, the 7th, June
on
7th.
June 7th.
You go tomorrow, you'll be there by yourself.
All right.